This should be good enough.
Here? Someone could walk by any second.
True, but my men are on guard over there, so I can be sure they won't be able to hear us.
What's wrong? You don't trust them?
Not anymore. I thought I was being paranoid at first, but now I'm sure one of my bodyguards is plotting with the outlaws against me.
Huh. You think they want to kill you? Rob you?
You know that we took in a lot of former outlaws at the fort. They call themselves the Abandoned. Well, the outlaws who settled in the crater of Ateris think of them as the worst kind of traitors. They want nothing more than to see every last one dead.
Then we have to stop them.
Yes, but how? I have an important position at the fort, and spend most of my time out in the field. That makes me a good target for any spies trying to infiltrate the Berserkers. It's much easier to send sensitive information to the outlaws of Ateris from out here than it is from Tavar. Or the fort.
Okay, I get it. But it still sounds pretty paranoid. Not like you at all. Why would one of your own men want to betray you? Didn't you vet them before you let them join?
What was there to vet? They're a bunch of crooked bastards who were about to be kicked out of the fort. But I took them under my wing and gave them the chance to fight for us anyway.
Well, that's just great.
You can't always pick and choose your comrades in arms.
So what can I do to help?
I just found out one of my bodyguards met with the outlaws outside recently. But I don't know which one exactly. I want you to keep a close eye on them. Find out who the traitor is.
I'll need the names of all your bodyguards.
There's Sirik, quiet, reserved, but a good fighter. He's fought by my side many times. Drabak is more direct, but I've always been able to rely on him. Then there's Finley. Young and with a lot of crazy ideas, but that doesn't mean anything.
And how do I do that? They're your boys. Why would they trust me?
I have no idea. I've tried everything I can think of to find out the truth, but it's been fruitless. Besides, you have more experience with this type of situation. Maybe you'll do better.
We're done for now. Stand by at the Bastion.
If you like. Until a few days ago, I would have trusted any of them with my life. But things change.
Oh yeah. You been to those forests nearby recently? While off duty, maybe?
The only thing that'll take me off duty is an arrow to the head. I'll follow Kaya's orders, period.
You're trying to tell me that you never want to see something different? Come on, kid.
Back in the old days, maybe, with the outlaws, I mean, but I was a kid then, had nothing to lose. But I made a living at the fort. I was already a pretty good fighter, knew the ropes. Outlaws forever, fuck all the rest. That was me. Till the first time I saw a berserker, Kaya. I'd never seen a berserker woman, and never anyone like her. Figured if somebody like her could be in charge, the berserkers were alright with me. So I snuck away and joined them. Been Kaya's bodyguard ever since. Best choice I ever made. She's, well, you know.
Yeah, I'll do that. Ugh, my head. The infection. I'd already forgotten about it again. What did you do before you became Kaya's bodyguard?
Huh? What? Why'd you ask? I haven't done something wrong, have I?
I don't know. Have you?
What? No, of course not. Wait, what was the question again? Oh, yeah, right. What I did before. I was with the Outlaws, back when Logan, Duke of Tavar, was boss. A lot changed when the Berserkers took command of the fort. I didn't want to have anything to do with them assholes in the crater, so I threw my lot in with the Berserkers.
Did you completely cut off contact with the others?
Most of them, yeah. Half of them would like to see me dead, know what I mean? I still do some deals with a handful of them, but that's it.
I see. You were in contact with an outlaw from the crater recently, right?
Ah, shit. Yeah, I was. Just traded a few things, you know? A ration here, a few Elex there. Nothing more than that.
You know how that looks, right?
Oh, come on. Get off my ass, man. Not like I blabbed about our plans or anything. It's fine for me to earn a little on the side. I'd never put us at risk.
If you say so.
Hey, listen. Let's keep this between us, okay? Don't get me into shit for making a little extra Elex. Please.
I still haven't questioned all the bodyguards. But this guy's a top suspect. You've been a berserker for a long time, right?
Long as I can remember.
Have you always been a warrior?
I do what needs doing. Right now, that's fighting.
Okay. So, have you ever met a real outlaw?
Yeah?
And? What do you think of them?
Too much posturing.
Right. Okay. And what about Caja? Are you loyal to her? Or are you thinking about stabbing her in the back one day?
I'd rather die than let anything happen to Caja.
I'm curious to see if Caja sees things just as clearly. Yeah, I believe you. I have news about your bodyguards.
So, who is it? Who's plotting with the outlaws?
Jabak. He's been meeting with a few guys from the crater, but it seems harmless.
Harmless? They're the enemy.
Look, Jabak was a nobody. Just another guard in the fort, and a big fan of Tavar's former Duke, Logan. He's a berserker because his own people left him no other choice, and he's happy to go with the flow. But he still has contacts in the crater. Looks to me like he's just doing a little business on the side. Of course, just because he's not planning some big betrayal doesn't mean he doesn't blab to them from time to time. Best not to talk about sensitive things in front of him.
Are you serious? I should kill him! If I didn't hold such a high office. Who would trust a leader who executes her own men? My reputation would be in tatters. Although, no one would think anything if you were to do it. You're not the Oracle of Tavar. You don't have people depending on you. You don't have to answer for everything and everyone. You can kill Jabak. For me. You know he deserves it.
Calm down. You're starting to lose it.
What do you expect after telling me something like that? Look, I need some time to process this. Just give me some space. Let me sort things out.
Show me.
I'm not just...
That's a good idea.
Okay, let's do this. Let's meet this Herald guy.
Then come on, time's a wasting. The guy's somewhere up ahead.
The kind of guy who likes to stay in the shadows, huh?
Most of the time, yeah. Let's see if we can't find him around here. Let's do it. I follow you.
Okay. Whatever. Okay. Whatever.
It's best if I take lead. You keep your mouth shut. Got it?
I wonder if Caja has settled down now. You think I'll mess things up?
Not necessarily, but I don't know how this thing is gonna play out. So till then, shut it. Danger!
Okay. Whatever.
It's best if I take lead. You keep your mouth shut. Got it?
I wonder if Caja has settled down now. You think I'll mess things up?
Not necessarily, but I don't know how this thing is gonna play out. So till then, shut it. If you push him too hard, he may disappear before you can grab him. So, be careful.
Who are you? What's going on? What do you want from me?
Relax, Harold. This one's with me.
I told you bastards, I do not negotiate with more than one at a time.
Calm down. Breathe. I'm only here to observe.
Oh, that's supposed to be reassuring, is it? You have any idea what kind of risk I'm taking just being here? Anyone finds out that I've been doing deals with the savages from the crater, I am fucking screwed.
Give it a rest, Harold. I just want to talk.
I know what you want. The Duke wouldn't have sent his enforcer if all was sunshine and roses.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
You better get the hell out of my sight before I ruin that pretty face of yours.
You can trust me.
I don't trust anyone, especially not you. Only reason you're here is to rake in the Elexit. You piece of shit!
The last delivery wasn't up to your usual standards.
I can't help that. Business is going to shit.
Oh, really? What do you think the Duke would do if I fed him bullshit like that? You took the Elexit. You thought you could pull a fast one. Come on. What would you do in my position?
Well, I'm not going down without a fight.
Not too bad.
We're gonna get real close and personal here.
I wonder if they crushed each other's skulls the same way back then. Sometimes you just gotta get your hands dirty, you know? You don't got a problem with that, do you?
Harold was paranoid and a traitor. He was an aggressive opportunist. Wasn't one to compromise.
He was a gutless dumbass.
Weren't you supposed to try and negotiate with him?
Sometimes things don't go as planned. Not everything has to make sense, you know? Especially when you don't see the big picture.
So was that what you wanted?
Not even close. I was just supposed to scare Harold a little to get a bit more out of him.
Well, that worked out.
Fate.
What are you gonna tell the Duke?
The truth. That there's no arms shipment from the Clerics' castle.
The Duke won't like that.
Yeah, don't sweat it. It's my problem. I'll let you know if a new mission comes around.
We're done for now. Stand by at the Bastion.
I'll do it.
This is Herbert speaking to you. useless to you might be of
So much for new shoes and all you can eat. Those guys are even worse off than us.
can't.
Thanks for your help. I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Jax, a most unexpected visitor to our holy halls. Is it fate that in these troubled times you have found your way back to us?
Again we meet with dark clouds hanging over us. Little has changed since we took up arms against our common enemy.
At that time, you spoke of mankind's impending doom, and of those who would cause it. It shames me to think of how little heed I gave your wise words.
Forget it. I've had moments of doubt myself.
And out there, the invaders build their towers of destruction. Exactly what you tried to warn us of.
Actions are what count. We must think about our future. How to destroy this enemy.
That's exactly what we're doing. Now the wounds inflicted upon us have healed. We have rallied ourselves and are planning our resurgence.
I was hoping you could help me. I need some better gear, and some good instructors in the art of armed combat.
I see. You've lost a great deal of the strength you once had. The war against the Alps took a great deal from all of us, and the situation seems liable to get worse in the future, not better.
That war was 6 years ago. It's not a problem anymore. I was bitten by one of the invaders' dark creatures. Infected with their plague. It crippled many of my combat skills. I need to work on them again, from scratch.
I wish I could help you, but in these dark days, I have to think about my own faction. We have neither the resources nor the time to train you, or to share our weapons.
That is unfortunate.
To us, you are an outsider. We must focus on our own survival. And that means holding on to every last scrap we have.
I believe you're trying to talk me into joining the Clerics.
That would be one way to solve this dilemma. Though, from the look of you, you'd have to start your training with the basics. And that isn't something the Clerics can afford to offer you. We simply can't spare the manpower or the relevant supplies. That's my final word, I'm afraid. We won't be able to give you basic training in our weapons technology.
Could you suggest an alternative?
Our approach to combat closely resembles that of the Alps to the north. If you want to join us, I suggest you go to them first. They can teach you the basics.
You want me to train with your enemies?
They're not the only ones who would rather see us dead. These last few months, many evils have come to torment us. The Alps are the least of our worries. When you've completed your basic training, we can talk again about your initiation into the cleric community.
As an Alp commander, my specialty was Elex abilities. My repertoire didn't include other weapons until much later.
Then it's those abilities you should start improving. They will make you a valuable asset to the Clerics.
I'll be returning to you as an Alb. You're okay with that?
That is what you were in the first place. Once you've learned the fundamentals of high-tech weaponry, speak to Judicator Hagen. He'll be able to answer your questions. We all have burdens to bear. I wish you every success on the rest of your journey.
Hey, you! Got an ID card?
Of course.
Fine. When you're ready, come get it. Your daily ration. It's not exactly fine. You hungry? Here you go.
How long have you been the...
Ever since we evacuated from the Hort to the castle, I got the job by chance. The Clerics lost so many people they didn't have anyone to spare.
I thought you were...
I am now, but not back then. I was sitting pretty in one of their jail cells. They set me free when they abandoned the Hort. Here was the only place I had to go. I mean, I didn't want to make friends with the Albs, so... It was definitely the right choice for me. I just wish everybody saw it that way.
You're not popular around here?
Well, I get along great with half the people around here. The other half, I just stay out of their way. I can't blame them. I used to be an outlaw. It's no use trying to hide that fact. I just wish they'd look me in the eye and speak their minds instead of creating all kinds of trouble behind my back.
Maybe I can help. What are their names?
When you say help...
I'll have a little chat with them. Make them see sense.
No, I don't want any violence. Brother Johannes teaches that the Creator only permits violence in a...
Outlaw turned true believer. I'm surprised.
With what I've seen and done in my life, I should be a sobbing wreck by now. My faith is what gives me strength. Of course, I can't prove the Creator actually exists, but the mystery... No mortal has ever been able to answer all the big questions. It's...
Forgive us, I look at you and see that, like all wayward souls, you are... But your search is at an end. You have reached your destiny.
I'm actually looking for work.
Oh no, my son. No. That is not what you seek at all. But your mistaken seeking brings us to a vitally important question. Why do we dedicate ourselves every day to drudgery? Do you know what our Creator has taught us about this?
Not in so many words, but but I have a sinking feeling you're about to tell me.
My son, a man afraid to talk about his beliefs and those of another is no man at all. The Creator says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened." But how does he conclude his offer to us? Do you know?
Because I will shoulder your burdens.
I see you are a man who heard the words of the Creator, my son. I knew from the moment I saw you that he had called you to me. And because your beliefs stand upon such strong foundations, I bestow on you the honor of helping our flock be fruitful and multiply.
I already have one son. That's enough for now.
I speak not of the miracle of birth. I speak of the miracle of persuasive words. I ask that you journey to the lands of the savages to spread the word of the Creator. Take on this pilgrimage, and his eternal gratitude will be your reward.
About that pilgrimage. What do I have to do?
Fear not. I don't expect you to stand on street corners. The Creator's words are written down. They need only be placed in reach of lost souls. Take these flyers. Hang them somewhere visible, somewhere the helpless are sure. When your work is done, return and we can open our arms to the new arrival.
Where exactly should I go?
Do your ears not hear? The land.
Do you mean the Berserker?
That is one such place. But the crater, too, is home to many godless creatures whose ears are closed.
And the Morcon?
They are wretched worshippers of a false idol. Their path leads only to darkness. Nothing, not even the light. Do not concern yourselves with those who live in the ice, either. Their hearts are frozen so...
That's my stomach!
Well, at least we didn't, you know, have to share a mattress. That's something, right?
The dorm stank bad enough to scare...
Standard stuff won't do. I'm sorry. We lost... Well, I do have one absolute gem left. But it...
What do you mean?
We still have a set of Regent armor, but if you want it, you'll have to make a big impression on Judicator Hagen. I can't release anything until he...
You know...